Okay, good afternoon. I'm Jayson. This is the topic that I would like to share, Creo Manikin. Okay, what we are going to learn from here is how you're going to insert the mannequin from the library, and then how you edit the positions and how you do a custom mannequin, how you adjust a mannequin posture, and how do you use the mannequin to reach a target. And the last one will be stimulating a visions. Okay, using the window so they can see what the mannequin is looking at. So let's go to my example. Okay, so for today, I'm using this for demonstration. So it's actually a machine. So users, when you have the mannequin, right, when you see this tab here, basically you can use to insert the mannequin. And from here, you'll notice that I have a list of library which has the kit model. So for my demonstration, probably I use a custom meal. Okay, of course, but if you look at the meal percentile, right, you have different countries, right? I just slowly scroll it down, and right now I'm scrolling to the woman gender, and you can see the same things like you have the different percentile. So for this demonstrations, I use the meal custom, and I open it up. So the first thing to know about the mannequin, about the placement is this one actually looks like the assembly on how you assemble a model, same thing. So you need to at least select a reference, and based on standing on sitting. For this demonstration, I'll be using the standing position. And probably I can say that I want to sit on this floor here. So probably I want to stand on this floor. And then the reference, right, on the facing, I would like to set this as a reference. Maybe I want to use this surface. So instead of using like datum planes or even the machine surface, you can choose either which one. So which is just for this direction. So I just want to use this facing here. Yeah. So if you want, you can also flip it. All right. So it looks like this. And right now my mannequin is already set on place. So once you do this, right, on the model tree, okay, this model tree here, you will see that right now you have a mannequin here. So basically you have the head, left arm, right arm, okay, and the left leg and right leg. So these are the things that if you want to do any adjustment, you can actually comes to here. But then right now, I'm using Creo 9. So if you want to do some enrichment or whichever, you can actually select the arm here. So this one later I will show it to you. But right now, I want to show you if I want to edit the mannequin. So how can I edit? So you notice that here there is extra features which it says edit mannequin. So basically for the users to do this, right, you have to open the mannequin. So how do you do that? If you are going back to the folder browse, the model tree here, under the model, you should able to see the mannequin. So if I click and open, right, this is the mannequin. It's just like your assembly component, right? So if you go to the mannequin tab here, sorry, I should open this manually. It's okay, not from here. So I can go from my custom to show you how I'm going to open the mannequin. So let me just go to my custom mannequin. So actually, for those who wants to have the library, you can download it and you can place it into your mannequin library. So the mannequin light here, then right now I have my own mannequin library here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the default mannequin custom, which is this, and I'm going to open from here. Yeah. So if I open from here, if I go to the mannequin, I will see this feature here, edit mannequin. And right now, for me to do some adjustment to the height or to the weight. So you will just wait for the editor to pop up. So on my screen probably I will do like this. Okay, so you can focus. I just turn this a little bit to the sideway here. So right now the height is 1.79. If I change the value, right, of this height to be 165, and I press the enter key on the keyboard, and you will notice that you will do a regeneration process. Okay, and the software, right, will actually based on the average to give you that weight. So if let's say the users wants to change the weight, okay, so here when I move my cursor over to this, it actually says that the allowed range is 40 to 176. So let's say I put this as 150 just for a while to take a look at the difference. And you will see that your mannequin right now, right, can see the size. Okay. So these are the things that the dimensions that you can actually modify. And after you have done, you can probably do a save as to the current model, or you may want to save to your current usage. So just to take note that if you want to modify any of the mannequin here, okay, I'm going to cancel this. If you want to modify any of the mannequin here, you have to make sure that you are using the M custom, or for if you are using the female mannequin, then you have to use the W custom. So the next one that okay, so this one I think should be okay for users who want to learn how to use the edit mannequin. I want to go to the next one where back to my machine here to show you that there's a cases when you are in the mannequin tab here and you want to use the mannequin to do a reach command, where I want to touch to this the gear knob here, right? So this switch here. So what you can do is that you can use this command, and basically instead of manipulating the arm gesture, you can actually select the palm around this area here. Not the thumb, but around this area here. And you want to select to the targeted point here. So the software itself can actually, based on the clicks, the positions of the clicks, right? And to show you, based on my thumb, I want to select to here, or if you have selected the palm, right? If I do not want to have any constraint, if you want to select the palm, you can select the palm to create the reach. So it's just like if I'm here, I'm selecting this and I want to do the reach, and I want to go to here. So right now, instead of a thumb, you can see that I'm using the palm to do this connections. Right, so right now I've selected the mannequin to reach here. So this is also for people who are doing a machine design to make sure that if a height of 1.7, this man is he able to reach to this the gear knob here. So right, so when you do a product design, you make sure that this on the actual, this guy can actually reach to the gear knob. So if you take a look at the palm over here, there's also apply posture for you, and there's a comprehensive of libraries. So if you look at it, these are PTC when you install the Creo applications. These are the macro that is already preset. Of course, if you have questions like, can I save my own posture? There's a feature here which allows you to save, and next time when you use the browse feature here, you will see your own sets of your figuring postures into this library here. So you can see that there's quite a few case of like even this like kung fu fighting, sitting positions, car positions. So all these are available. So for this one right now, I want to just to change the right hand here, and I want to use probably let's say for demonstrations, probably I use this one here to see the hand cylinder grip. And once you click on it, you can see immediately you will have the grip functions, right? So other than the grip functions here, if you browse down, I think if you want to have gestures like this on the right hand side, 4 fingers, yeah. So you can see that you have different kinds of macros that you can actually control. Okay, so these are the few things that is actually based on the library for you to use. Okay, if not, then you have to manipulate the fingers by using the selections view. So I think this one will be the closest that you can get, okay, which is by default from the library. So up to here, all right, so this is how you do to bring in a mannequin and to do a rich posture, right? So the other thing that I can talk about is probably let's look at another set of the model here. Okay, so this is this time I'm using a woman, and you notice that this is a sitting position, right? And then you can use the mannequin to actually position the grip. So the posture that I actually use for this model is also the same thing as I'm using this the grip here, which is yeah, so it's sorry, it's this one here. So I'm actually using this one here, but then for this I can actually select, and actually I turn a little bit using the hand view to rotate this as for the movement. And also if you select somewhere around here, you can actually do the movement something like this. Okay, this one. So it's all depending on the degree of freedom that it allows the mannequin to do the rotations on the part here. And as for the feet here, how I get the feet to sit onto this here is because of I'm using this, right? So you can manipulate using this way, right? And I set it here. Okay, so for demonstrations, I will just do a very quick one to show you. So I just try this mannequin for a while. Okay, so just to bring in the mannequin, so I insert the mannequin, and this time I'm using the woman. Okay, so this is the woman mannequin, and I prefer to use the sit position. So right now it's sitting, but it's still on the fly. So I have not selected the place on. So when you select the reference, make sure that you do the click, right? So let's say I click it somewhere here. If I click it somewhere here, the mannequin was shifted more to the left. So I try to click it on the center, but it's okay because later I can still do the adjustment. So on the facing wise, maybe I use the wheelchair of this, the backrest here, to do the flip, see whether it does it allow me. Okay, so it sometimes on the surfacing it doesn't allow, so you can always use a datum plane. So I use a datum plane to select here, and I flip this. Okay, so when I click OK, the mannequin is already set to this position. But if you want to move it, as I mentioned, that you want to shift the mannequin to the left or to the right, right, you can actually use this. It's either here or the entire mannequin. Right, if you select the entire mannequin, then you will have to shift it left or right here. So sorry, this is the second one, so it's this one here. Right, so shift to left or to the right. So the mannequin, okay, let me just shift it a little bit backwards. Okay, somewhere like this. And for the feet, right, you can just select here, and you can actually put like this. Okay, so this is one, and probably you can have another one setting like this. Then you can want to rotate the one. You can see whether you can rotate the back here. Yeah, so when you rotate, right, you actually see that this area here is actually pulling down based on degree of freedom. So this one right now is still floating. So the arc here, I can just easily rotate this. Okay, so let it touch a little bit. This rotation. Okay, whether this one, does it allow me to? Yeah, so something like this, and I put it up a bit, and the entire fit. Yeah, so it's all depending on the degree of freedom. And if let's say the mannequins is a little bit sitting too inwards, you can actually pull it out a little bit. Okay, something like that. So as for the arm here, so you can select this and you see whether can you maybe shift it outwards, and probably you can rotate it a little bit upwards. And for the reach, right, you can actually apply for the, sorry, reach. I think it's better to pre-select first and to click it to somewhere here. Okay, so when you do this, the degree of freedom on this angle is almost done. It's just like the fingers over here. So you can actually use the, let me see if I have that posture. Okay, maybe I use this for the right hand. Okay, so, and then you can actually adjust this a little bit downwards. Yeah, so it looks like the lady is actually pulling the wheel. Okay, so yeah, so this is how you can do a sitting positions for your mannequin. Okay, okay, so I would like to show you the few things like looking at on the vision window, and also the vision cone. So if I switch back to my assembly right now, yeah, so if you look at this man standing, right, if you use the hand wheel to rotate, right, I don't think is that I want to rotate. You can see that it's very difficult for me to actually manipulate that. I want to look at this direction here to this place here. So what I can do is I can use this feature here called look at, and I select the mannequin to say that I want to look at this area here. But for 3D CAD software, right, it's very difficult for me to visualize at this head positions to look at here. So what I can do is to use this the command called vision window, so that I have a clear visualizations right now from the man standing here looking at here. So let's do another demonstrations where I can say that I want to look at, maybe I want to focus on here. Okay, so if I focus on here, the preview will show here. And what if I look at here? Yeah. So this is a way much better, okay, using the command look at. So I think if I look at here, okay, it's very clear that I can even see my my right hand here using this vision window. And if you are using if let's say this machine design, if you want to see that what are the areas that he can actually look at on this 3D CAD model, you can use this vision cone. Okay, vision cone. So when you use the vision cone, when you show it, right, it can actually tell you that for a 3D model, so you can see that these are the areas that the eye and the head is focusing on. So at least you know that the areas that where is he looking at. And I think this is a good way. If let's say this guy in terms of the visualizations, he can see on which side. So let's say if I turn this to let's say I turn to here, so you can see that where the eye is actually covering at. So if I click here, so you can't see. How about here? Okay, let me just try to look at again to somewhere here. Oh, sorry, because I turned on the vision cone. I forget to turn it off. So let's say I turn it here and I turn on the vision cone. Yeah. So these are the areas that he's covering. So instead of using the vision window, at least you know that these are the areas that he's looking at. I think that's about it for this short and sweet Manikin's so-called short tutorial, just to let everyone know the usage of the few key features over here. And I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you, everyone.